Good YouTube, Quinn Wade. Coming to you with that instant basketball analysis, of course, on the Analysis Playground on YouTube exclusively on there. And we're going to talk about the New Orleans Pelicans beat the Utah Jazz 129-118. The Pelicans are now up 1-0 in the season series. They play one more time or a couple more times. Um, they actually played two more times after this game. The Jazz go to 18-41 and 11-19 at home. They was at home in this game. The Pelicans, they go to 18-42 and 7-21 on the road. Both teams have similar records, not that far off from each other. Utah won the first quarter 38-37. Second quarter was won by the Pelicans 41-23. Utah third quarter 27-25. And then the fourth quarter was won 30-26 by the Jazz, but they still ended up losing anyway, mainly because of that second quarter. But it happens, Herbert Jones, he did what he was supposed to do. He played defense and shot the three and scored. 26 minutes, 8 points. He went 2 of 4 from the field, 2 of 3 from the 3-point line, 2 of 2 from the free throw line. He had 1 rebound and 6 assists. That's really good, and that's really high for him. He also did get 2 turnovers. He had 3 steals, 4 personal fouls, and was a plus 11. And plus minus Zion Williamson, 33 minutes for him. He had 20 points. He can get 20 or more any given night. And he did it again tonight, and he did it efficiently, 9 of 15 from the field and 2 of 3 from the free throw line. He had 4 rebounds, 4 assists, 1 turnover, 4 steals, and a block. It's good to see him care a little bit more and try a little bit more, especially defensively, and he's been doing that for at least the last month. 1 offensive board, no personal fouls, and a plus 15 and plus minus. DeAndre Jordan played 13 minutes. He had 4 points. He went 2 of 2 from the field, 7 boards. That's a lot in a small amount of time. He did also get 2 turnovers, 1 offensive board, 1 personal foul, was a plus 8. And plus minus, DeJounte Murray still looks good. He played 26 minutes, had 17 points, and went 5 of 12 from the field. He shot a lot of threes in this one, and if you're the defense, you want him to do that. So he went 2 of 7 from 3, but he did go 5 of 5 from the free throw line and had 9 assists. The problem was, like he said, the turnovers, but he had more turnovers than this one. Finished with 6, still got 4 steals in the block, 3 rebounds. He's moving good. He's attacking good. His jump shot looks good. We just have to see him get more reps and more time on the court, and hopefully he stays healthy for the remainder of the season. That would be good to see too. 1 rebound, 3 is personal fouls, and a plus 16 and plus minus. Sadiq Bey, 34 minutes. He had 42 points. He was scoring any way he wanted to in this game, whether it was in the post, whether it was taking the basket, whether it was shooting. He went 5 of 9 from 3, 14 of 20 from the field, 9 of 9 from the free throw line. He had 5 rebounds, 7 assists, 2 turnovers, 2 offensive rebounds, 1 personal foul, and a plus 5 and plus minus. Carlo, 25 minutes for him, 8 points. He scored in the paint, went 3 or 4 from the field, but he said, I can make a 3 too. And he went 1 of 2 from 3, 1 of 1 from the free throw line. He had 4 boards, 1 turnover, 2 offensive rebounds, 5 personal fouls, and was a plus 4 and plus minus. Derek Queen played 20 minutes. He had 7 points. He went 2 of 7 from the field. He missed his only 3, but then went 3 or 4 from the free throw line. Not one of his best games. He's been cold the last couple, basically this whole month, but he did have 7 boards. That was the best off the bench and tied for the most on the team. He also had 1 assist and 1 turnover, 5 offensive boards, 4 personal fouls, and was a minus 6 and plus minus. Jordan Poole, he played 10 minutes. He's coming in to score and find some teammates, and he went 1 of 4 from 3. That was his only field goal, so he finished with 3 points. He did get 2 rebounds, 3 assists with no turnovers. He also had a block, 1 offensive rebound, 2 personal fouls, and was a plus 2 and plus minus. Bryce McGowan's played 31 minutes. That was the most off the bench. He also had 8 points and went 4 of 9 from the field, 0 of 4 from the 3-point line. Couldn't make a shot from 3, but he still ended up scoring a good amount of points considering the amount of shots that he took. He did have 5 rebounds and also 3 assists and no turnovers. He had 2 personal fouls and was a plus 5 and plus minus. Jeremiah Fears was knocking down the jump shots. Didn't scores efficiently still because he couldn't really hit the perimeter runs enough, and he's not the greatest finisher. But he did play 22 minutes and have 12 points. That was the most points off the bench, but he did take the most shots, which was 11, but he finished 4 of 11 and 2 of 3 from the free throw line and 2 of 4 from 3. He also had 2 rebounds and 4 assists, but the 4 assists did come with 3 turnovers, although he did have 1 steal in a block. He also had no personal fouls and was a -5 in plus minus. And then you look at the Utah Jazz, Kyle Flapowski, 18 minutes, 13 points, 5 of 7 from the field, 2 of 3 from the 3-point line, 1 of 2 from the free throw line. He had 6 boards that ended up being the most off the bench. He also had 2 assists, 4 turnovers, 4 offensive rebounds, 3 personal fouls, and was a -20 in plus minus. The man can score the basketball. The man can space the floor, and he did those things successfully tonight. Cody Williams, 30 minutes, 6 points, 2 of 6 from the field. He missed his only 3. He went 2 of 5 from the free throw line. He had 3 boards, 1 assist, no turnovers in the block. He hasn't really scored that great, but he continuing trying to be a guy that they can rely on, but you just want him to do more, especially offensively. And he also had 1 offensive rebound, 1 person was a -9 and plus minus. John Concar, 26 minutes, 4 points, 2 of 6 also from the field. He just went 0 of 3 from 3, and that was the only difference, but he did have 5 rebounds. He also had 1 assist, 5 steals, and 2 blocks, so his game was decent. He did have 2 turnovers, 4 offensive boards, no personal foul, was a -13 and plus minus. Isaiah Collier, 27 minutes, got some easy baskets, and this one also missed some that he should have made, but he did go and miss a 3. That was his only one. He also went 1 and 2 from the free throw line. He did have 1 rebound and 7 assists. He did a good job of pushing the pace, finding his teammates early, getting to the basket and kicking it out. And he also had 1 steal, 1 offensive board, 3 personal was a -13 and plus minus. Ace Bailey took a lot of shots, the most on the team, and you don't see that often, but he did play 29 minutes, had 23 points. That was the most on the team. 9 of 17 from the field, 2 of 6 from 3, 3 of 3 from the free throw line. He really had belief in that drive and pull-up game, and that's what he is as a scorer, and it worked a lot in this one. He did have 4 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 turnover, still in the block. You want to see him use that length, that athleticism to his full capabilities, which means you should be a two-way player with your physical profile. So we'll see if he can become one, because he did have 5 personal fouls in this game, and that's not a good thing. He also had 1 offensive rebound, was a -14 and plus minus. Kevin Love got an and 1. Other than that, he went 1 of 3 from the field and 2 of 5 from the field, and made 1 free throw and had 6 points. He had 8 rebounds. 8 rebounds was the most off the bench and the most on the team. He also had 4 assists and 3 turnovers and 2 steals. Also 3 personal fouls and was a +1 and plus minus. Blake ended up playing 18 minutes and had 2 points. He went 1 of 5 from the field, went 0 of 4 from 3. He also had 1 assist, no turnovers, and 2 personal fouls and was a +3 and plus minus. Bryce, he's going to bring it offensively. He's going to try to score a lot of points. He did. For a player that came off the bench, he had 25. He also scored 20 points. He played 25 minutes and had 20 points and went 7 of 13 from the field, 3 of 8 from 3, 3 of 5 from the free throw line. He did have 3 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 turnovers, and a steal. He also had 3 personal fouls and was a -4 and plus minus. Really good scorer. Really, really good jump shooter, especially from mid-range and from 3. Pull-up guy. He's really figuring things out. Oscar played 10 minutes. He had 8 points. He went 4 of 4 from the field. All good high percentage looks for him. He did have 2 rebounds, no turnovers, 2 personal fouls. Well, 2 offensive rebounds. That was his only rebounds, no personal fouls, and was a +8 and plus minus. Luke, 15 minutes. I liked his passing in this one, but he also is a 3-point shooter, and he did that really well tonight. And then the other shots he was kind of average at, because he finished 5 of 10 from the field for 14 points. That's still a lot for a player that only played 15 minutes. He did have 2 rebounds, 3 assists, no turnovers, no personal fouls, and had his rebounds all was offensive. He also was a +4 and plus minus. Elijah Harkless played 21 minutes, had 11 points, went 3 of 6 from the field. He missed his only 3, went 5 of 6 from the free throw line. He had 3 boards, 6 assists. The 6 assists was the most off the bench. He also had 2 turnovers, 4 steals. The 4 steals was the most off the bench. He had 1 block also. 1 personal foul was a +2 and plus minus. 50% for the Jazz, 52% for the Pelicans. 32% from three for the Jazz, 38% for the Pelicans, 64% from the free throw line for the Jazz, 89% for the Pelicans, 37 rebounds, 40 for the Pelicans, and then 18 assists for the Jazz, 37 for the Pelicans. Both teams had 18 turnovers, 14 steals for the Jazz, 13 for the Pelicans, 6 blocks for the Jazz, 8 for the Pelicans, 15 offensive boards for the Jazz, 13 for the Pelicans, 22 defensive rebounds for the Jazz, 27 for the Pelicans, 21 personal fouls for the Jazz, 22 for the Pelicans. And then you realize the Pelicans played a really, really good game. They really moved the ball well. They made their shots, especially from three and from the perimeter. And they really kept the Jazz defense guessing. They really made it tough for them to get stops. And they really attacked the basket real well, too. So a good game for the Pelicans. They can put a lot of numbers up. They can score a lot of points. The problem is, can they get stops? The problem is, can they slow you down? They usually can't, but, I feel like the Jazz helped them out with the settles. I feel like they took shots that they could have took a couple seconds off the clock to get better ones. But since they didn't, the Pelicans ain't mad about it. They ain't complaining about it because it made them a little easier to defend, and it helped them get another chance to score after that miss since they rebounded the ball well, and they was able to pile up a little bit with the lead and was able to close it out with the win, and that's what they wanted to play for, and that's what they ended up getting. So it's all smiles and fun because of that. Comment, like, subscribe, share, hit that notification bell, man, to get that analysis when it first come out. And y'all stay blessed up. Y'all stay good. Peace. And of course, I'll see y'all later today, hopefully with more analysis.